Hello students, welcome back to the new session. So let's start with a quick revision. And the quick revision is nothing but the assignment which I'll show you how to do it. In the last class, we had done polygons and how to draw donuts. So let's go to CAD directly. Now here, the first thing is you have to draw this circle. So I'll invoke my circle command, give a center point and take my circle as 4 dia. See, my dia is 4. So D, enter 4. So this is my dia. Now using the center point of this circle and quadrants of this circle, I have to check because all these polygons are on its quadrants. Okay. So I have to check. So I'll check in DS that in object snap, my quadrant should be on. So tangents are on and my quadrants are also on. Okay. Now, first and foremost, I'll draw this one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 side polygon. So go to POL, 6 side polygon. Center point is this quadrant. I want inscribed. See, it's inscribed. So inscribed circle. Radius is given already. Radius for all the 4 is, see here, diameter is 1. So radius would be 0.5. So my first one is ready. Now next is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 circumscribed in a circle. See? Circumscribed in a circle. So POL 5, center point, circumscribed, and the radius is again 0.5. My next polygon is ready. Third polygon. Again 6 sides. 6 sides. Center point, that is my quadrant, and then it's inscribed. So I enter 0.5, enter. Now the last one is 8 sides. So 8 sides polygon, its center point is this quadrant and it is also inscribed and radius is 0.5. So all my 4 polygons are ready. Now I have to draw these triangles. For that, I'll use my line command to draw these lines. So L enter from this point to this point, from this point to this point. Okay, I can use my absolute or relative also to specify this, but I'll use a basic line command to pinpoint this polygon as a triangle. Now I know two things, that this line is 2 and I have a distance of 0.5 from this line. So now because I am not using any copy and move command, because I have not taught you as of now, so I'll use a basic line command to draw this. So I'll show a distance in this 270 degree as 0.5 and click enter. On this 0.5, I'll show 1 on 180 degree and again come out of the command and again press, because I cannot draw in continuity. I have to come back to the center point, and this side also 1. So now I've got my edge. Same way I'll do the same thing. Upside 0.5, then going towards 180, 1, and then coming back and going towards 0 degree, 1. So I have my 2 sides. First I'll draw my polygon with 3 sides and giving the edge as this to this. Okay. Now I'll remove the extra lines. See, I have to go towards window selection. If I go towards crossing, the triangle will also be selected. Now you understand the difference? Okay. Now in this side, I'll again go polyline, 3 sides, edge. Now I have to take my point, this as first point and this as second point, because I want towards down. If I select this and see, if I go as 3 sides and I'll select my edge, if I select my edge from left to right, the polygon will be drawn as counterclockwise. So I have to select my edge from this side to this side. Okay, that's all. The figure is ready. when I will teach you copy or move command or some other commands like some other editing commands or drawing aids, then you can try this figure once again and see whether you can do it more accurately and faster. Okay, so select all, delete. Now coming back to today's topic, drawing polylines. Yes, now according to you, what is polyline? It is nothing but it is a sequence of segments created as a single planar object. Basically, I mean is like line, if we draw a rectangle through a line, all the four lines, that is length, width, the opposite sides, all are different entity. But when I draw the same rectangle with polyline, it will be a single object. Alright, that's why I said it's a sequence of segments. Okay, now how can you invoke polyline? You can go to your ribbon, home tab in the draw panel and then click on polyline. You can go to toolbar in the draw bar and go to polyline. In tool palette, you will find it in the draw because it's a draw command. And again, in the command line, you can type Pline or PL and then press enter. All right. This is the icon of polyline. See? All right. Now, have you guessed why why this is an icon of polyline and this is a line? Because through line you can only draw lines, but through polyline you can also draw arcs. Now, when you invoke the polyline tool, there are few parameters which appear in front of you. By default, when you go to polyline tool, that is when you invoke polyline through PL enter, these are the points in your command line. First is next point of line. That is the default option. Like if you have click on the first point on your screen, the next point, so automatically wherever you click the second point on your screen, that will be the segment. Or you specify through coordinate system. So that is a simple way. Next is width. In this, you can increase your width of that particular line. You can give a width to that line. Okay, like see, a width to a line. Now in this, there are two figures. One is a uniform line. Overall, the width is same. In this, the line width has changed. So it is showing as tempered. Okay. The starting width is 0.50 and the ending width is 0.15. I'll show you how to do this. Let's move to AutoCAD. Now, you can click on polyline or you can go to PL, enter. See, the foremost thing it is telling me to specify start point. Okay. So I can type also and I can click. I'll type as 4, 5. 4 on my X and 5 on my Y. Enter. So this is the point. Okay. Now, by default, the width taken by AutoCAD is 0. See, it's totally plain. It's a single line. Okay. If I want to change my width, I have to click on width or click on W. Okay. The starting width. See, by default it's 0. So I can specify some width, like starting with overall width I want is 0.25. So starting width is 0.25. Ending width is also by default is taking 2.5. So I'll click enter. Now see, it's a segment with a width. Okay. So now I can specify, I'll show you how to draw the same figure which you have seen in the slide, this figure, so that you get clear and you can practice at home as well. I'll give my point as 5, 5, then 3, 3, and enter. See, this is the figure. Okay, now I'll show you if I change my width. PL, enter, start point. I'll give the start point as 2, 4. See, now it is not starting with the default 0 because the last width which I used was 0.25. So it's drawing as 0.25 now. So I'll again go in width The starting width I will give as 0.5 and the ending width I will give as 0.15. Then I'll specify the point as 5,4, next point as 5,4 and enter. See, now it's a tapered segment, tapered line. Okay, I'll show you separately. See, this is uniform overall and this is tapered. So do practice. And the simple one is, again, when you start your PL, so if you want a plain line, that is means without a width, go into width again, keep it as 0. Now the segments will be 0. Click, 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 and click. See, the same thing if I draw a line. These are different lines. This is a single object. That's a major difference. Alright, this is a major difference between line and polyline. So it means you can draw a rectangle through polyline. It will be a single object and you can draw a rectangle if you want to modify one of the segments. So you can draw through line, which will be all the segments of the rectangle would be separate, a different object. Alright. Now the next option is half width. Half width is nothing but the half of the original width. So that is the first starting point to the center point. So you can specify the half width as well. Accordingly, by default, it will take the complete width. Alright. Then you can specify the length. Like rather than giving the two endpoints, I'll go in the Pline command, I'll give a start point, and then if I click on length or I'll type L enter, I can specify a particular length also, like 5. See? Okay. Now there is one more command, undo. So I can if I click on undo, so it will release my last point. Okay. It won't come out of the command. It will just release. For example, if I draw some segments and one of the segments I have drawn is wrong, so if I click on undo, it will release the last segment. Or you can use Ctrl plus Z as well. See, all the points are releasing. It's going back. It's reversing the command. Alright. So width, half width, length, undo. Now you can also close your polyline. You can leave your polyline as open, but you can also close your polyline. The close option does not start in the first point when you specify the first point. As and when you start developing a figure or you make more than one segment, then the close option is there in your command line. Okay. So if I click here, this wasn't open. This I can close by clicking on typing C enter. It will close up automatically. Say the same like we do in line by we will drawing it. Okay. The same thing. All right. Now there is one more important option parameter here, that is arc. When you click on this arc, there would be so many options for you to work with. Like that is nothing but poly arcs. Okay. So you can draw your arc by giving directions. You can specify the half width of the arc. You can again go back. You can draw an arc with the help of radius. You can draw an arc by giving the second point. You can draw an arc with the width, specifying the width of the arc like this. See, arc with a width. Okay. Here again, I have shown you with ending with a 0.15 width and starting with a 0.50. So it's a tapered poly arc. You can also draw an arc with help of angle, that the angle would be included angle. Okay. With the center point, you can undo wherever you go wrong. You can close the arc and you can go back to line as well. If you click on line, it will again start making lines. So So I'll show you now. TL enter. When I start point, I'll make 2 segments and then go into arc. Now it has starting making arcs. With 2 points, second point. Okay. Now this I can make with angle. For example, I can specify an angle, included angle as 45. So 45 is my angle. Okay. Specify endpoint of arc. Okay. I can specify the arc endpoint. Now again it is starting making arc. If I want to draw with a width, I'll click on width. I'll give a width as 0.5, 0.3. This is my arc with width. Now I want to draw lines. So I'll go back to line and width as 0. Again it has started drawing lines. I come here and click close. So this is a new figure which I created. Okay. So you can work in arcs. Go to Polyline, give a start point, click on arc or A enter, and these are all the different options you can go through. I've gone through line, I've gone through undo, width. Second point is nothing but the default point. Okay. Angle, center point of, I can take this as a center. This will be a center of the circle. This is an arc. Okay. Now here if I hold my control, the direction would change. It will go into clockwise. Otherwise this. So I can give the endpoint. In this also I can give angle or length. Okay. Same way like we draw arcs. I can give a chord length or I can give an angle. Okay. Then I have direction to give. I can also again give half width, that is the half of the actual width. I can give the radius. Okay. I can give the angle, included angle is 225, for example. I can place this. It will not stop. You can go on drawing. I can just draw anything. Alright. So that's all in Polylines. Okay. This is your assignment. Try making an arrow. Try using the widths. Okay. Try a shape. Try a text. Okay. Next session, I will do a quick revision of polylines, and then I will also show you how to place a single point or multiple points within your drawing, and we will also learn 2 tools, that is divide and measure tool. Alright. Thank you students, and keep practicing.